God said, why are you so upset? He said to me, man cannot take away from you what they didn't give you. They can't take away what they didn't give you. I called you to ministry, not man. I called you to preach my word, not man. And when I have put a scepter in your hand, son, no man can take it from you. No demon can take this scepter from you. So cheer up. By the time I got through my seventh cigarette, the bus was coming. I got home. I sat down on the bus, staring off into space, trying to wrap my mind around what had just happened, what had just taken place in my. And then God reminded me once again that when He put a scepter in my hand, no man nor demon could take that from me except Him. He who had called me. And so I get home. Many days and many nights I cried myself to sleep. I was just that broken over the situation. But I realized that God was in control. God was in control no matter what was happening or not happening. God was still in control. He was still in control of my purpose, my destiny, a purpose and my destiny, and my assignment that He had placed in me. So I continued to pick myself up and go to work. And tried to pretend as if nothing was bothering me. And I worked and I worked and I worked. They gave me a hard time, but I worked and I stayed. I kept threatening to leave my job. After a while, I kept going and working, going and working. I would cuss folks out, but I kept on going. People would, some of the staff would act crazy with me, and I would get right down with them, right down in the mud. By this time, they had promoted me to night crew, began to work overnights. If my ex-pastor had just waited, God was about to make it possible for me to get to church on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And get to church on Sunday morning, because I will work from 10 to 6 o'clock in the morning. But after what my ex-pastor did, I refused to return back. Me and my mom had gotten up, and even though I refused to go back, me and my mom got up early. We were up early, and we were going to go to church. And she couldn't find her glasses. Time was winding up, and I had to get to work. So I told her, I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I told her, if I leave here to go to work and come back, and you found your glasses, it just means I wasn't meant to go back there. And that's what happened. She came to pick me up. And I told her, I said, I'm never going back there again. Because they were right where she had placed them. So I decided not to go back. I was like in about 4.5 years on my job. And I continued to work there. And with time, I began to feel a burning down on the inside of my soul. And I began to long to preach. I began to long to minister to God's people. But the problem is, I didn't have a church home any longer. But I wanted to preach. I began to feel like Jeremiah, where Jeremiah began to describe the word burning deep down on the inside of him like fire that wouldn't shut up in his bones. And that's what it felt like for me. felt like fire, I began to experience the Jeremiah